Hey guys, as you can see, we're home. We got home late last night, Saturday night, 11:45 p.m. And we had some family activities planned for Sunday, so we wanted to make sure we got home for that. Sunday is kind of a family day for us, and we treasure that. Just always the best thing we can do. We had a great time. Day 4 and 5 of the honeymoon trip, we rolled those into one, and we'll give some clips on that. We had an opportunity in Dumaguete to meet with some really great people. Mike and Janet, man, just the salt of the earth people. And we had a good time on Friday and Saturday with them. And on Friday, Greg and Wilma from Building the Philippines with Wilma and Greg, you can see how that turns around backwards. Anyway, they wanted us to come down to Darwin to meet, but it had rained Friday morning and it was still sprinkling up till about 9 o'clock in the morning. We were going to rent a scooter and ride down to Darwin and meet with them, but with the rain and things, we just kind of hesitant to get a scooter we weren't familiar with and then take a 30-kilometer ride down to Darwin. So we just told them we'd have to make it another time. Their plans that they had canceled, so being the great people that they were, they jumped on their scooter after it stopped raining, and they came up to Tom and Tom's and met with us, and it was just a delightful time. We had Mike and Janet, we had Greg and Wilma, and Christine and I. We spent several hours together just getting to know each other and forming friendships and things. It was awesome. And then Saturday, Mike invited Christine and I to come down to a resort and record a video with him. And Janet ran the camera. It was an awesome time. It's the first time that Christine has been on someone else's YouTube channel. She did great. She's been on mine briefly, and it was just a lot of fun. It was very informative. Mike is such a good interviewer. He knows how to form his questions and expect the responses. Saturday, after we did the video, we went back up to Tom and Tom's, and we met with Paul. His channel is Paul in the Philippines, Old Dog, New Tricks. Delightful man, a lot of fun. He's just a humorous guy all around. We met some other expats on Friday and Saturday also. Didn't do any videos or any selfies with them. You know, these guys, they see cameras all the time, and they just didn't need to do that. And this was personal for us. It was forming friendships, forming links that will go on forever. And I think we did that. We will be seeing all of them again. So here's a little thumbnail that Mike put in. He sent that to me. He says, "Here, I think you're gonna like this." And, it was just an experimental thumbnail, but the actual thumbnail of the video was different. So let me put this little clip in here. And since I didn't do a lot of selfies with Wilma and Greg, I just did a screenshot off of their one of their YouTube videos. And again, since I didn't want to put a camera in Paul's face on Saturday, I did that same thing, screenshot off of one of his videos. In fact, it's a video he released today. So, yeah, it was good timing. So we had a great time. We're gonna make this kind of short, but we took off from Dumaguete at 8:05 p.m. It was in the evening. We wanted to spend as much time in Dumaguete as possible, so we had an evening flight. Okay, so we're getting ready to head back, catch our flight pretty soon, and we've been hanging out for the past 2 days at Tom and Tom's. Delightful place. We met several other expats, some bloggers, YouTubers, and we went down the street this morning to Henry's Resort, and we did a video with Mike from Mike's Philippine Retirement. Yesterday we met Mike and his wife Janet, and they were very delightful. And then today we met with them again. But yesterday we also met with Greg and Wilma from Building the Philippines, with Wilma and Greg, and very, very sweet couple. Great people. I apologize I didn't get any selfies with them. I did get a selfie today with Mike and Janet. Like I say, some of the greatest people I'll ever meet. Then we came back to Tom and Tom's, and we met with Paul in the Philippines. Old dog, new tricks. What a great guy. I mean, we've just met so many great people here. We're checked out of our hotel over there. We're checked out of that because it's in the afternoon. And our flight doesn't leave till 8:05. So we are staying here until, I don't know, 5:45, 5:30, somewhere around there. And we're not there yet. So I did not do a separate day 4 and a separate day 5. We're mixing this in day 4 and 5. And we'll put in a few things. I'm probably going to be on Mike's Philippine Retirement channel. I'll throw a link in there as soon as that video comes out. We didn't get a chance to do any videos with anybody else, and I didn't take a lot of selfies because these people have cameras in their face from their own cameras all day long, and they don't need any more. And it was kind of a personal thing. Great friends, and we'll stay in touch. And when we come back here, after I return from the U.S., after the great liquidation sale, and we come back, or I come back, we'll be coming here to do Maggette some more. So I'm still serious about scouting for a place to live, and this is really a decent place. It's a little crowded. I mean, look at the boulevard. You know, this is afternoon. There's a lot of traffic going up and down, but really, this isn't bad. It's navigable. It's not nearly as bad as Manila on its worst days, and Manila on its best days. So it's possible. And if we moved someplace like Darwin or Bacong or even Valencia, we wouldn't have to be in Dumaguete proper every day. So I don't know, things are still fluid. We got things we're looking into, and I'm just not even going to go into all the plans. When they come together, we'll worry about it. But it's been a great time here, and tonight we'll be back in Pasig, Cainta area. So here we go.
8:05.
Okay.
8 o'clock ang alis namin.
And one of my favorite pastimes,
Sa Dumaguete.
sitting in an airport. Our flight doesn't leave for another hour and 45 minutes. But we're at the Dumaguete airport. Like I say, one of my favorite pastimes, sitting in airports. But better to be early than to be late. There was a little delay getting off the ground thanks to airport scheduling. They had to clear a couple other flights. And so we were like 15 or 20 minutes late. And I think we got off the ground before 8:20. We landed in Ninoy Aquino Airport in Manila at, I think it was 9:25, and then by the time we got our one bag that we'd checked, just so we didn't have to throw it in the overhead. Sometimes the overheads get a little full, and so we just decided to check it, and then we didn't have to drag it around. And got out to the curb. It was about 9:45, and then by the time we got home, 11:45. 30 kilometers, Manila traffic. So Dumaguete traffic is a whole lot more tolerable, but it is what it is, and we deal with it. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in and watching us on our videos, watching us on our honeymoon. Day 4 and 5, like I said, we didn't do a lot of vlogging on those. It was more personal time than anything else, and I try to keep my personal life as brief as possible. It's not always possible with a blogger, but like I said, I just didn't want to stick a camera in everybody's faces and do selfies. We did selfies with Mike and Janet because, we just did a video with Mike, so it didn't hurt anything. And of course, they were taking selfies of us too. And we just formed that friendship. We love Dumaguete so much that Christine has already booked his flights back to Dumaguete in early September. My birthday is around that time, and we just thought it would be fun to go down, spend a week, and rent a car, and get a chance to meet with Wilma and Greg, with Mike and Janet, with Paul and May, his wife. And by the way, Baby May has her own channel too. And I'll see if I can find a clip of that, a link, and put all the links to everybody's channels. Janet has a channel. It's Dumaguete Rentals and Life with Janet. She has 2 different channel names, but it's the same link. So we'll get Mike's Philippine retirement link in there. Go check all these people out. They're just really great people. They're just so friendly, so informative. And like I said in Mike's video, I watched him first, I watched Paul second. Not that one is better than the other, but both of those guys were so informative in teaching me what I needed to know to come to the Philippines, what I needed to do to leave the U.S., what I need to do if I plan on living here in the Philippines, and I do. So that's why I'm going back at the end of February. I've got the great liquidation sale to do. We talked about that between all of us, and a great liquidation sale. Everything must go. And this is why we booked the flight in September. We don't know exactly when I will be back to the Philippines. Trust me though, it will be as soon as possible. I didn't get married to leave my wife half a world away. I want to get back to her and my stepdaughter. I'm going to miss them terribly while I'm gone. So I'm not going to get all sentimental here, but just understand that once I get back, then we will start booking more flights and things. We got some good deals on Cebu Pacific, fairly cheap flights. For an hour flight, you pay $100. Yeah, big deal. For 2 people. Flying within Asia is relatively cheap. It's trying to go from one continent to the Philippines, or from the Philippines back to a continent. That's where it gets expensive. But inter-island flying, relatively inexpensive, and if that's the case, let's do a lot of it. And that's why Jerry's got a life journey. So we have some things planned for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and I'm not going to get into that right now. Just stay tuned on my next vlog, and we'll see what I come up with. We're scouting. That's what Dumaguete was about. I wanted to get a feel for the area first, and then when we go back, we'll do some more scouting. I'm not committing to anything. We're going to keep looking, keep our options open. If we find the right place, then we'll jump on it. But like Wilma and Greg said, when they came to the Philippines, they spent over a year looking for their home, looking for the right location. It may take me that long, who knows? But like Greg says, when you find it, you'll know. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep looking around. We're going to look in a lot of different places, And when we find the place that's the right place, we'll know. So, stay with us. A lot of traveling still. Not as much as what we did this past week. That was a lot of traveling in a short period of time. We didn't really get the chance to rest, but we survived. So I thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.